I did a 5-day water fast. That's 120 hours. What I'm preparing on the screen right now is an electrolyte solution composed of 100 milligrams of magnesium, a quarter teaspoon of potassium, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. This is commonly referred to as snake juice. It's an electrolyte solution. Your body needs electrolytes. If you don't get enough, you will eventually drop dead. Water fasting is dangerous. If you don't use electrolytes, you will die. All right, so 120 hours, 5 days. Let's go day by day and break down how it went. Days 1 and 2 were great. I had been calorie counting for over 3 months prior and had learned how to deal with hunger through methods like drinking lots of water, drinking different kinds of herbal teas, drinking black coffee, becoming occupied with a hobby or work, or going and exercising. These are all tricks that I employed to keep the hunger at bay for days 1 and 2, during which I had all of the energy that I needed to run, work out, and go on my hikes. So I was able to perform at 100% and get all of my exercise in for days 1 and 2. On day 3, I started having trouble concentrating, and the hunger got much worse. On day 4, it was so bad that I almost gave up. And finally, on day 5, all of those bad feelings went away, and suddenly I was in a new place. It was just easier to become happy. I was calmer. I had a sort of zen feeling about me. I had that mental clarity that people who fast say that they get. It had been coming and going throughout the first 4 days, but on day 5, it was present much more often. And like I said, I felt a lot friendlier. I petted a lot of strangers' dogs and had a lot of conversations with random walkers and joggers and bikers and tricyclers, people who ride tricycles. I don't know. There's some people on tricycles. But my physical performance dropped after day 2, and I wasn't happy about that. Okay, so that's how the 5 days went. What about the weight loss? Well, not so good. It looked like I had lost 8 pounds in 5 days, which is amazing. But I went to a barbecue on the day after my 5-day fast, and I immediately regained 3.5 pounds. And then on the next day, I almost regained another pound. In the end, I think it looked like on the scale that I probably only dropped, I don't know, 2 or 3 pounds. So I probably lost between half a pound and 3/4 of a pound per day in terms of body fat. But the weight was deceptive because eventually my entire GI tract was evacuated, which meant that there was no more food in my body, which takes up weight, and there was no much water weight. There was no more water weight for that food, which also means reduced weight. So the results on the scale are very deceptive. You're not actually losing that much weight. Whatever your total daily energy expenditure is, you're losing that much per day plus your exercise. Even if it looks like you're losing more than that, you're not actually burning fat, you're just losing water weight. All right. So I had lost 22 pounds in the 3 months prior to trying this. And like I said, I probably lost several pounds during the 5 days that I tried this. So was it worth it? Was it worth not eating for 5 days in order to get weight loss results that probably were 4 times faster than normal? I would say no, absolutely not. I don't want to do this again. I will do it once a year, tops 4 times a year, because fasting gives you a whole lot of benefits besides autophagy. Besides weight loss. And that benefit, namely, is autophagy, which is a rejuvenation uh, function that your body can do, but only when you don't eat for a while. That's how you make autophagy really kick up. So I'm glad that I got that autophagy machine started, and I'm gonna probably do this again in 3 or 4 months to keep it going. But as far as weight loss, I would say slow and steady wins the race. I would much rather lose weight at a steady, guaranteed 4 times slower rate where I'm having 3 meals a day plus a snack and I'm not starving and unable to concentrate, getting dizzy, unable to perform on my runs in the gym. No, 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 no. I would rather lose weight 4 times slower and be able to function 100% with my friends, at my work, on my workouts, not constantly be thinking about food every minute all day. No way. No way. So, is an extended fast a good weight loss tool? In my opinion, no. Is it a good way to rejuvenate your body and, I don't know, maybe get in tune with your body and, I don't know, learn self control and reset your dopamine levels and serotonin receptors? 100%. And you can do a ton of research and find out more about that. And again, that's why we'll be doing this between 1 and 4 times a year. For the foreseeable future, I will still continue to fast, but I won't be doing extended fasting. I'm going to go back to calorie counting, and I'm going to practice time-restricted eating, otherwise known as intermittent fasting. So, for example, today I didn't eat until 12 o'clock, and then I had a humongous 750-calorie plate of eggs with all sorts of fatty sauces and good stuff in there. It was delicious. And for dinner, I had a giant peanut butter, banana, chocolate, coffee milkshake, which was really good. Tomorrow I'm going to blend up some chocolate and throw that in there. Get some more chocolate in there, and it's going to be delish. And this is maybe referred to as 2 MAD for 2 meals a day, but it's just another form of time restricted eating. So I'm still going to be getting all the calories that I'm supposed to be eating in a day. I think I'm going to work my deficit back in, get my deficit by getting 2 meals a day. So yes, it's a kind of fasting, but it's not the extended fasting that I did for 5 days. And I want to throw a disclaimer on all of this. Before I tried to do a 5-day fast, I did a 1-day fast prior. And before I tried to do a 1-day fast, I did research for 3 weeks, which includes at least 60 hours of reading forum threads like every day, listening to podcasts, watching a lot of YouTube videos. I purchased a book and started reading that. I was reading random websites. Basically, I did a lot of research. And I've noticed very, very early on, I've noticed that there are a lot of people who go and try something like this without really doing any research beforehand. And here's the thing about dead people: they can't post on the internet and warn others not to do what they did. They killed them because they're dead. So something that I saw happen during my fast on one of the weight loss forums I go on is this person actually had just ended a 5-day fast themselves, and they fainted, and they blacked out apparently for like 45 minutes or something, and they woke up like 45 minutes later, and they freaked out. So they went on the forum and they were like, "Help, help! What happened?" Blah 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 in all caps, and they were obviously perturbed. So I ended up direct messaging this person and reprimanding them. And in the long run, I basically set them straight and I taught them everything they needed to know. And I set them up on a much safer plan that does not involve extended fasting. I gave them calorie goals. I set them up on rolling 48s, actually not even rolling 48s, uh, alternate day fasting. So the thing about the extended fast that I did a 5-day fast, but you don't actually, if you're interested in weight loss, you don't actually need to do a whole extended 5-day fast. Doing a 5-day fast is just as effective as fasting for 2 days, eating, fasting another day, eating, and then fasting for 2 days. I mean, it doesn't matter if you break up your fasting with eating in between. If you don't eat for 24 hours, then those are just calories you're not getting. It doesn't matter if you do it all in one big block or if you break it up with food. Except it does matter, because when you do an extended fast, you start running the risk of running out of nutrients, and you run into that electrolyte problem I was trying to show at the start of this video. So again, extended fasting, is it a good weight loss tool? Absolutely not. Is it good for certain fasting benefits? Yes, and it's the only way to get them. You can't really get autophagy from a short fast. You kind of have to do like a 3-day plus fast to really kickstart autophagy. You don't really get good autophagy until a 5-day fast. So if you're interested in getting those kind of benefits, then yeah, you kind of have to bite the bullet and drink that nasty snake juice and do a 5-day fast. And before the people in the comments section say, "Oh, you can get autophagy from 12 hours of fasting," yes, I'm aware of that, but you don't get nearly as much autophagy as you do when you do a long extended fast. And that, again, that's why I'm going to be doing it 4 times a year. But I don't expect to be using this as a weight loss tool. No. Dependable, consistent calorie goals are how, plus exercise, that's how you reach your weight goal. Sustainable activities that don't cause you to burn out. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. I think I've already lost 30 pounds, and I think I'm maybe 15 pounds away from like the lightest I would possibly need to be. I've already basically got a 6-pack when I flex, and so I only need to lose a few more pounds before it's just showing up all the time, which is all that I really want. So yeah, things are going great. Extended fasting for weight loss, don't do it.